Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we dissect the intricate world of business so you don't have to. Today we're diving into a filing that has got some interesting news for shareholders. And if you're curious about how companies return value to their investors, stick around because this one's for you. Also, before we get started, if you love getting straight to the good stuff in corporate filings, make sure you are subscribed and join our Discord community. Linked in the description, we have some great discussions happening there. Alright, so we're re-looking at a report from LAGO Evergreen Credit. Now this is a huge company that most people would know off the top of their head, but they are a publicly traded entity, meaning their actions are tracked by the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the CC as it's commonly known. This particular filing is a very specific type of report, an 8K. Think of an 8K as a heads-up notification. It is what companies file when something really important happens that shareholders should know about right away, not just when they normally report their quarterly or annual finances. Now the key date here is the 29th of September 2025. This is when the main event we're discussing today took place. The core of this filing is under the Other Events section. Companies use this to tell you about significant things that don't fit neatly into other categories. Very straightforward stuff here. And what is this significant event? Well, it is all about giving money back to the people who own a piece of the company. It is called a distribution to shareholders. So here is the juicy part. On the 29th of September, the big bosses at LAGO Evergreen Credit, the board of trustees, decided to give shareholders some cash. They announced a distribution of 68 cents for every share of stock you own. Now, this is some tiny amount. They're repaying out a grand total of over $2.6 million. That is a solid chunk of change being returned to the investors. They set a deadline for who gets this money called Shareholders of Record as of the 30th of September. And if you were one of those lucky shareholders, you could expect to see that cash show up in your account around the 16th of October. While it is not the main story here, it is worth noting that the company is located in the 773 area code, which is part of Chicago, Illinois. This gives us a little bit of a geographic anchor for where this company operates. You can see their details here if you needed to call them. But for our purposes, the distribution is the real headline. Now, a quick note about the company's status. LAGO Evergreen Credit has checked a box indicating they are an emerging growth company. This is a designation given by the CC to newer public companies. It means they get some benefits like being able to delay adopting new accounting rules. It is not super critical to this specific announcement of a dividend, but it gives you a bit of background on the company S stage. Looking at this report, there is in a big financial table with revenue, net income, or balance sheet details like you, defined in a quarterly or annual report. This is an 8K, which is for specific immediate events. The story here is clearly the distribution. So what does this distribution mean for LAGO Evergreen Credit and its investors? Well, frankly, it's a sign of confidence. When a company declares a distribution, especially a sizable one like this, it suggests that management believes the company is performing well enough to share its profits. They wouldn't be giving money away if they thought they needed every single penny to run the business, or if they were worried about future performance. It tells shareholders that the company is generating more cash than it needs for its operations and investments, and it is choosing to reward the owners directly. From an investor's perspective, receiving a cash distribution is often a welcome event. It is a tangible return on your investment. It can be particularly important for income-focused investors, those who rely on their investments to provide a steady stream of cash. It can also signal that the company has a mature and stable business model, one that consistently generates profits. However, we have to consider the flip side. While distributions are great, we also need to look at the broader picture of the company's financial health and its growth strategy. If a company is distributing a very large portion of its profits, it might mean it doesn't have many exciting investment opportunities internally to reinvest and grow the business faster. This is something we do need to see in other filings or understand more about the company. S industry for LAGO Evergreen Credit. Being an emerging growth company, one might expect them to focus more on reinvestment for rapid growth. However, this distribution suggests they have found a balance or perhaps believe their current growth trajectory is stable enough to also offer this return. The numbers themselves, $0.68 per S-share and a total payout of over $2.6 million, paint a picture of a company that has achieved a level of profitability to comfortably make this distribution. Without the full financial statements from a 10Q or 10K, it is hard to make a deep numerical analysis, but the fact that they are distributing this kind of money is the key takeaway. It is a positive signal, assuming it is sustainable and doesn't hinder their long-term growth. In conclusion, Louisiana Go Evergreen Credit has made a clear move to reward its shareholders with a significant cash distribution. This signals financial health and confidence from management. For investors, it is a direct financial benefit. The risk, as always, is understanding if this distribution comes at the expense of future growth, especially for what is designated as an emerging growth company. But for now, it appears to be a win for the shareholders of LAGO Evergreen Credit. Alright, that is our quick decode of this 8K filing. What is your take on companies that issue distributions versus reinvesting profits? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more Straight 2, The Point Corporate Insights and Don. Don't forget to join our Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.